Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more RimWorld today, continuing the medieval and magic playthrough, and we are recovering from some attacks Randy has thrown at us. In the most recent episode, we had an insect infestation pop up, and we actually lost one of our melee people, so that was a sad thing. Hopefully he can be, or she can be replaced by our newest adult member here, Mr. Power. Now, unfortunately, he's not 18 yet, still 13, so getting him involved in combat isn't ideal, but we will use him if needed, because he is a brawler, but he's just starting off his journey in the martial arts. Nonetheless, things are hopefully going to be pretty smooth today. I don't know, we'll see. Let's check out our timeline. Yes, so Randy has hit us with, like I mentioned, a raid and then the infestation. Now again, he could hit us with anything at any time. He is random. But there's also a possibility he'll let us just kind of sit back and recover for a little while. Either way, I'm sure we're going to have some excitement, definitely have some fun, and create a few stories along the way. So let's sit back and let's try and work on some of our magical stuff today. Maybe get another one of those caster bridging ceremonies. Potentially, hopefully we can finish those positively and work on constructing an item or two, potentially. Oh no, well, speaking of creating stuff, Kibby's over here doing the opposite of that, destroying things. It's another mental break. She's having a tantrum against this granite lance pylon, which isn't the first time people have come seeking to destroy this thing, but it is an integral part of our defense. So one commenter mentioned the last time this happened that I should have uninstalled it before she finished destroying it, which is a brilliant idea. I think that's what I've got Chris doing. Right there. Okay, good. Oh no, it says Kibby couldn't reach the so just started to redirect her anger at the telescope. Well, too bad for you, Kibby. Guess what? Chris is going to follow you. Well, I want to see her reaction. She's kind of stunned there at first. She just stood there. Come back, Chris. I need you to follow her, bud, because also this telescope, even though it's not integral to our defenses, I don't want it destroyed because they are kind of valuable. So let's grab him again. He's basically just going to follow her around until she decides to destroy something less important. Oh man, look at this. She's still attacking it. I did just uninstall it. And it worked for the telescope. That one also dissuaded her, but this time she's still attacking it. Attacking steel spray pylon there. Knocking it out. I think she's... Yeah, that's what she's attacking. And now I can't see its HP. What I think I can do is just have Chris pick it up. Yeah, if we grab it, he'll just put it in his inventory. Okay. There she goes. What's she attacking now? Oh, she's going to rest. Good, that snapped her out of it. And then I can just grab Chris, have him drop it immediately, and then I can pick it up and put it back there. Okay, Chris, go ahead and have your little meal, bud, and then you've got a little bit of replacing to do. Well, again, that was a brilliant idea, uninstalling that stuff. I mean, sometimes the tantrums aren't that bad if they just go destroy like a chair or something. I don't really have a problem with it, but we've had many tantrums in this should say this series, and they've destroyed everything from pylons to prison doors, but no longer. Now I know the secret. Well, I had to search through the pawns to find somebody with a high enough intelligence in crafting to make us some scrolls, well, some spells here. And it looks like the Huntress is our best pawn for that, surprisingly. She has been our dedicated researcher up to this point, but now she's going to do a little crafting because she does have that ability, somewhat ability. Anyway, it is high enough for that, so we've got a whole bunch of them lined up here. I didn't do every single one possible, obviously, but these are just some general fighter skills I want to try, and so they just say mage spells, so I assume Connie can learn them. I'm not sure. We're going to experiment and just try and see who can learn what and this and that. But I am also still waiting on Emerald to get healed up. Maybe I can grab Connie. Is she up here? Yeah, she could probably use her healing spell. I don't know. Personally, I haven't found this to be like immensely effective. Oh, look, it immediately healed her. Made me a complete liar. Maybe I just haven't been using it properly. Okay, well, I changed my mind on that right away, but that's awesome. So let's grab Emerald. What's she going to do? Harvest some grass? No, 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 no. We're about to have you harvest the sky. So, oh, it's not here. It's over on this shelf. So our scrolls are packed away on this one, and I want her to read the Geomancer's Spell Meteor 1. Okay, there she is. Oh, and she just learned it. They're so quick about it. There should be like a shower of magical sparks or something, but unfortunately not much fanfare, but she now has the knowledge. There it is. Oh, let's go cast it, but not indoors. Okay, Emerald has come out kind of the back way over here. I'm going to have her cast this off to the side. That way it's not going to be in our kill area, and it's not going to ruin any of the good fertile soil we've got in our garden. But we drop it over here. Cole and the miners can still get to it pretty quickly. So, unfortunately, I don't have any points put into it, obviously. She doesn't have any points yet. That's the wrong spell. There we go. So, let's just see. I've never used this. I'm interested. I also, as mentioned previously, I'm kind of curious about its abilities in combat. Okay. So she fell out after that, huh? Wow, pretty powerful. But regardless, I see it's just got one little spot of jade there. So it seems like its initial level or whatever isn't that, impressive. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. But once we level it up, it's definitely going to get better and better. Although I do think some of her other spells her combat-focused spells should be a priority. It is good that we have it, and I'm glad she's got knowledge of it. Well, in the interest of testing out spells and stuff, I'm going to try her Connie's heal ability on her own body. Let's see if she can cast it on herself, in other words. I'm waiting for her to finish feeding the baby, though. Okay, just drop the baby for a second. Nope, she's putting the baby. Look how what a dedicated mother is. She won't drop it on the floor. Okay, so she did cast it on herself, but she's still got a couple of injuries. I should have looked prior to. I think it did heal her up a little bit. Yeah, I didn't really do that very scientifically because I didn't look at her injuries beforehand, but she's got it. It's a really quick cooldown, and she's got the mana for it. I think at this point we're probably safe to keep casting it. So let's march her over to the hospital. Oh my god, she just blinked away. Let's get her into the hospital. Oh look, she's one step ahead of me. Ah, she's amazing. But yeah, let's test this out here on Barra. Okay, so he's got a few bruises and some missing stuff. I don't expect this to cure the missing limbs. Okay, I think that did, eliminated some of his bruises. Now, Hero is pretty badly messed up. Let's let this thing cool down. Okay, it looks good. Let's give this a try. I bet that definitely got rid of some of these because it was a couple of pages long there. Man, I'm just going to go down the line. Keep healing here. Like I said, as long as we're confident Randy's not going to hit us in the next day or two in-game, I think that's probably okay to use this spell a lot. The entire colony is now healed except for one single pawn, and Randy says, you know what, that's a perfect time to hit him with another raid. So we've got a group of tribespeople, they're attacking immediately, and we got some relationships, so that's probably going to end up hurting a few people's moods. Then again, I did just do 2 rituals in a row that were good, so I'm keeping those on cooldown, guys. Real quick check on our ideology points, 14 of 18, but I see a few magically gifted pawns right here staring me down. Let's let them enter the map, and then we'll just take a look at them here. Oh yeah, there's a couple. There's only 38. They have to have other groups. Yep, there's another group. Is there 3 or just a 2? I think there's just 2. Oh, this one's got some magical gifts in here as well. Possibly some martially gifted pawns. I don't know, but our people haven't quite got the traps up yet, or even all the wall segments repaired. But crucially, we do have all the pieces in that would cause us to have a hole in the walls. And one thing I did to add recently was some wall segments and doors over here. So officially this garden area is now cut off. They can't just walk right up to our front line, you know, if they happen to break through the walls here. So it is segmented. It's not ideal because I like our fighters to be able to duck behind the walls if they get injured, but they can still do it. They're just slowed down by doors, so it's not the end of the world. So I think we're going to have to pull out all the stops on this one. Let's grab the animals. I'm putting them all in the barn, but I will assign them to Kibby. Yep, so we can get a little bit of fighting out of these guys. I don't think all of them are fully grown yet, but regardless, we're going to need them. And it begins. My people have barely made it to the front lines, but these people are already leveling out. They're attacking from the front, which is interesting. Seems like our defenses are doing what they should. Honestly, this is good for us because these things take a long time to cross, these wooden cavalry spikes. Oh, look at Connie just tossing out the fire. So real quick, I'm going to take just a moment, since everybody's got fresh cooldowns. I want to look for any enemies with the magical ability, because we're going to bring them into our base. We're going to summon them. I don't see any. Okay, not in the first group. Oh boy, here comes the second group though. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we've got a couple of spells to cast. I realized too, we don't have any sentinels out. Are you up here, Emerald? Yeah, get your sentinels going. And Sully has some amazing stuff. So let's go ahead and get her elemental. I'm going to just put this right there. Beautiful. And something I've been neglecting too is Beetle's got this spell, which I've forgotten what we used to create this, to give him this, because he's not even magically gifted, but still on cooldown, although the last time these elemental defenders made a huge difference, so we'll definitely keep our eyes on that. Oh, and check out power. I made sure to give him that spear that creates the nice little shield. So anyway, enough talking, let's get back to the action. There's fighting to be had. Whoa, look at those blue boys. Oh yeah, hold on. There's a death knight right there, I think. Yeah. Can Connie reach that far with her teleport? Come here, Connie. Let me grab you. Okay, so... No, we want summon. I keep calling it the wrong spell. Oh, yeah, this thing has immense range on it. Okay, so I've also set up our boys Kaz and Blade are literally like right here just waiting. So let's keep our eyes on this spot right here. Come on, Connie. There he is. Oh, did you kill him? Damn it. Well, it's okay. It's okay. As long, I mean, capture or kill. We want to get these magically gifted people taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Confusion. Oh, that's the greater water elemental. Okay. Confusion Sentinel 3. Okay. I think that Connie is hitting them with her magic missile. Maybe a little friendly fire, because that's the only thing I can see that says it causes confusion. This is just a side note here, but it does have a 9% chance to confuse the target. I don't know. Either way, let's just watch this. Oh, we better check out our walls. Ah, so far that's not a threat at all. Okay. I don't see any magically gifted pawns yet here. Oh, Zombie King just got another point. No icons. They're just finding their way through. Let's get Sully to cast. Oh, she caught something. An arrow or somebody shot her. Damn it. Yeah, great, bro. Oh, that's unlucky. But let's go ahead and get her to summon this pylon. This thing's pretty amazing, too. It will literally draw all the enemies to it. That magic missile's great. Oh, and the solar flare has just ended. What a nice coincidence. Yeah, there they go. Take off, you fools. Run away. You can never stand up to us. So we definitely got a couple of prisoners here, potentially. Let's just take a quick peek at them. Bloodlust, Fast Learner, Misandrous. Ah, unwaveringly loyal, darn it. There's one more I saw. Chemical Interest Kind, Misogynist. Well, that's not great either. Of course, we're always on the lookout for new magical pawns, but again, not this raid. Although I'll tell you what, I'm pretty darn happy with the way that turned out. Everybody, you're dismissed. Good job. Go celebrate with a cold beer. Well, this is a little bit strange here. So I've got Zombie King, who is a arcane mage, and I want him to learn one of these spells that I've got. So when I go to grab him and right click, it just says read, and it doesn't tell me what he's going to read. So maybe this is a good reason not to keep these spell scrolls on the shelf like this. I should probably just have them laid out in a stockpile on the ground. That way, you know, we could try each one specifically. But regardless, I'm still going to have them just, it's like roulette here. Just whatever he gets, he gets. So let me call him over. We'll have him read. Maybe it's just going down the list too. Okay. Oh, pawn is not trained in combat for him. Okay, well. Also, I guess I could eject him too. So let's see, I know that our hand mages can do the magic cooler because Connie's got that spell. Let's see, and heal, of course. Let's try invisibility. Wait, didn't I already give that to Connie too? Shadow. I feel like somebody got invisibility at some point. Okay, he can read it. Well, somebody's getting it now. Yep, there it is. Nice. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so this is still viable storage. We'll just have to pop it out each time. What about a smoke cloud? Yep, okay. Very helpful. Yeah, that's going to be good for combat, no doubt about it. It's not 100% like it is against turrets, of course, fighting, you know, human archers, but nonetheless, it will be helpful. I think I'm also, should I give him the heal too? Why not? Why not? He's becoming a pretty utilitarian mage here. So read that, and then I'm going to pop out the cooler. I think I'll give that one to Emerald. I don't use a lot of her mana during combat, except to like cast the sentinels ahead of time and stuff. But alright, so we're distributing these pretty well. Oh, the blink spell too. Now that's one I'm curious, like, can a different kind of mage other than arcane learn that? So let's pop that out and see if Emmy can learn this one too. Okay, so she just read that one. Try this one here. Yep, she's got the heal spell now, right? She's got blink. Oh, magical cooler. That's amazing. So now we can have 2 cooler rooms if we need them, which I was thinking about. And she can blink. All right, I'm going to turn that on auto too. That's so amazing. And of course, most of those are ones we crafted ourselves here. So, oh, looks like Borba's working on them now. One of our little kids who grew up. So yeah, I've got a bunch of them queued up. I think I'm going to do blink for everybody. Let's get a couple more of those and some healing spells too for everybody. The old stockpile's looking pretty clear, isn't it? Well, there's a reason for that, actually. I decided to send off another caravan, and I know it's surprising because we just had one come back very recently, but I figure, hey, what better time than directly after a raid to send a caravan, you know? Hopefully Randy will give us a little break here. It's going to a specific place for specific stuff. Number one, I've sent him with a bunch of our junky crap, just empty out that stockpile. It's just 2 of them, Blitz and Kibby. She controls the animals, so in a fight I think they're going to be well set up because I got the Thrumbo with them too. But regardless, I am sending them, if we pop out to the world map, just to this faction right here. Boom. The faction Finlaw. Now, we did recently trade with them, and I don't think their inventory has reset, but they had a bunch of stuff that I couldn't afford, and there's a couple items I wasn't really interested in at the time that I'm definitely needing now, and I'll tell you specifically what I'm thinking about are the skill trainers, which they call them something else now. They're like, I don't know, they're akin to the spells, but I need some intellectual and crafting skill trainers so I can boost a couple of my key pawns like Indo and of course who I mentioned earlier, the Huntress, because some of them can't craft, you know, certain things at all. You know, they're just some crafting recipes that are not getting made because our people are too unskilled. So you see what I'm getting at now. In order to further our magical wonders, we need to further increase our pawn skill. So that's what we're working on. Boy, oh boy, this is one of the best growth moments I've had in this colony. Not just in this colony, I think ever. And maybe it's just a coincidence, but LittlePEX here, he's one of our impids. His traits are decent. Quick Sleeper's great. Aesthetic's not bad. Cover Shooter's okay too. But more importantly, every passion that I had already previously got, you know, 1 tick in, popped up again, so now I can give him double passions in everything. Construction, mining, plants, everything we'd already chosen. So that's going to be huge. Yeah, like I said, very, very good pawn, at least in the works. That treacherous Randy, he did decide to send us an event after all while our caravan's out, but luckily it's just a Manhunter Pack. Kind of surprised too, I forgot all about these. We haven't seen a Manhunter Pack, in a long time. But I'm not too sad about that. Regardless, the good news is our walls make these pretty much not a threat whatsoever. It's more like target practice. But I've got everybody called up to the front. We got to take this kind of stuff seriously. And of course, maybe we'll get a corpse or two that won't go rotten from the scaria. That way we can put them in the freezer. But we're actually loaded up with meat, so it's not a big concern for us. I do like to watch a little bit of action here, even though it's sad to see the piglets get wiped out. Alright, here they come. They're making their way around the corner. Speed it up. Oh, don't hang out around there. Come on. Oh, here comes the sentinels. Oh yeah, this is going to be a chaotic bloodbath here. Oh, well, oh, look, right away. We got a Darabor corpse we can use. Very nice, very nice. Well, I'm going to let the colonists have a little fun, relieve some stress here, and we're still watching the caravan. They're not quite on the road yet, but once they get there, it'll probably only take them about a day to arrive at their trading destination. Well, our trade caravan has arrived at its destination, and I've looked through here carefully. It must have been one of the other cities that had those skill trainers, because there are none here, unfortunately. And I've decided to pick up all their golden jade, though. That will help with the crafting, because there's probably some stuff we can do. We're just short on gold. Some of those weapons at the arcane crafting bench take a lot of gold, so this was not a totally wasted trip. Plus, I'm selling them all the weapons and all these clothes here, so we emptied out our inventory stockpile quite nicely. And it's going to be a little bit of a silver hit, but that's not the end of the world. I only sent 2,000. That's not all of what we have. I kept some back at the colony in case Randy got tricky and sent us a caravan at the same time. But speaking of which, let's get our people back home. We can have them visit this place real quick on the way, because usually if I sent them here, they're going to go around anyway. So we'll have them escape real quick. Let's get that reset. Let's have them go here. Trade first, yeah. And then these two, of course, are hostile, unfortunately. Man, oh man, Randy has hit us with a cold snap kind of early this year. And I was just sitting here watching, like, the trees are literally dropping their leaves as time passes. It's funny. You can see the change of the seasons here on the map. Although this tree mod definitely gives your map an overall nicer look when you zoom out. It does make things more difficult to see. And I don't think I'll use it again in future playthroughs, unfortunately, just for the sake of you guys' view. And also, it's hard for me to pick out where things are on the map. Other people have commented there's probably some stuff we could have early on at least deconstructed for extra resources like steel and wood planks, but I just couldn't see the stuff. It's so thick here. Like I said, though, it's fun for role-playing, and if you're on your own just playing single player, I do highly recommend it. But either way, things are looking pretty good. Man, oh man, actually that's not true at all. Things are pretty disgusting in certain parts of the colony. But down here, the arcane crafting room is looking real nice. It's a little dirty, but I've got both of these magic circles finally constructed, and they give us some really interesting options here. I don't think I have the right materials for it yet, because interestingly, when I put a bill on here, it starts suspended, and it like auto suspends it. So I think I need to fuel it with something, some sort of magical substance we don't have. But like I said, just looking at some of these bills, there's some really cool stuff. Attract meteors, conjure skeletons, giant skeletons. You can even do things like buff your people Where is it? That I was gonna try and do that, but yeah, again, I have the right resources here listed. It won't allow me to do it. So, like I said, I think there's something we need to fill it with. Come here, Chris. Yeah, see, it says we need port fuel. And I haven't quite puzzled out what that is yet, but no big deal, big deal. Now, another sad thing is our caravan has returned, but unfortunately we are 30 gold short of being able to make something here. I think I want to make one of these grimoires, which I believe is, technically this is a weapon, right? It's not actually like a training tome or anything like that. I think it's a weapon. But we've got the amber for it, no doubt. Of course, just shy of the gold. And we do have the steel too. I traded for some of that. These rubies and stuff are a lot harder to come by than I initially thought they would be on the map. After all this digging, we barely had enough to construct 2 pylons, and that's it. So, I mean, I've got a little bit here down below. We got 17 emeralds and 41 sapphires. That's all, though. Not a single ruby the entire run. So, it's a bit of a shame, but I might have to spend a little time just see if there's any poking out alongst the mountains again. But, you know, another mod I've been thinking about toying with in the future is the mod that makes the ores stand out a little bit more for colorblind folks. I think that would be a good thing to do for those who might have trouble seeing the ores and stuff. And just as a player, it helps a little bit too. Hey, look at this. We are still researching. Better believe it. And I'm kind of just going through the whole tree here, trying to fill out most of what we can. And as we get the research, I do lay these tables so we can explore some of the bills and stuff. But unfortunately, this one, we're short. I don't know what it is. We're short the uranium at the moment. So still working on putting together some resources and stuff. Regardless of that, I feel like we have kind of hit the pinnacle here at the colony, you know? We've had many raids which have tested us to a point, but ultimately we've been able to turn them away or defeat them utterly. So I was toying with the idea of just destroying the colony here, because we are, of course, as I mentioned, approaching a new DLC release, which I'd like to start up a new series for immediately. But I thought maybe I could go into the console or dev commands and actually just spawn a bunch of raids, because that's something you can do. In case you're unfamiliar, you can go to your options, turn on development mode, and then you get this kind of obscure list of options at the top. And one of the things you can do is just spawn raids and stuff like that. And you can go as high or as low as you want in terms of the raid points used for that. I thought maybe it'd be fun to challenge the colony here and see if we can't take on like 4 or 5 raids at once. But ultimately, I think we're going to keep this thing peacefully here. I'd like to save it, and as I've mentioned, maybe in the past, go back and replay this one once the update's out, if everything's compatible, you know, we get the mod list sorted out properly. Or maybe just start a new medieval colony, you know, and go fresh from the beginning, which is something I might like to do so I can get rid of all those guns and stuff, which I wasn't able to do this time around. Still, you know, experimenting with those medieval mods. But ultimately, guys, like I said, we've got a new release coming for RimWorld, so I think today's episode will be our final one for the medieval colony. But as mentioned, we're going to hopefully look forward to more excitement with the Boromir clan in the future, even if we have to start fresh. But I really appreciate everybody who's tuned in for my RimWorld series today. We will take a little bit of a break before the new release is out, but you can count on day 1, April 11th, I will have an episode up for that new playthrough. So I hope you guys are anticipating that. Stay subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course I'll continue all my other content as well for you guys. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, and I will see you all on the next one.